this video, we were going to demonstrate how to hook up the intuitive DaVinci simulator backpack. So the first thing you have to be familiar with is, like any device, you need to plug it in, and there's one cable to plug it into the electricity, which is this, and as you can see, you can follow it, and it goes into this backpack. So inside of this thing right here, there's like a computer, so that's what that is. And then the other cable that we're going to need to pay attention to is this guy here, this blue one, short blue one. Also, you want to make sure that it goes all the way and it's plugged in to this thing. That's how you know. These are the two cables that you're going to have to be dealing with. So the first one is the electricity cable. We are in A1 right now, so there's no good place to plug it in, but there's a little jack over here which we're going to use. And here, you go ahead and do that. So it's a little bit of a maneuver. It barely makes it, but it makes it.
Bring a friend with you.
The thing we want to do is plug in this blue cable, and we want this to be plugged into the console, which we're going to be using. So the first thing is we uncap it. So to uncap it, there's a little arrows. These are very special, and this is a very expensive cable, so you want to be very careful with it. To uncap it, just twist it in the direction of the arrow, and it pops off like that. Perfect. Okay. So then we go down here to the actual machine. Let me see if I can show it a little bit easier here. Down here, see if you can get down here. So this actually goes to the console. As you can see, there's a blue cable already plugged in. Well, that's the one that actually goes to the real robot. But we don't want that right now. We want the simulator. So to remove it, I take those little ears, the same blue little ears that I showed you earlier. It's the same type of cable. And you just twist and kind of like pull it. And there you make sure you can cap it or something and leave it here, because at the end you have to plug it back in. So we take the short cable that we had from the simulator, and same thing, this is what the jack looks like, where I'm pointing, this little blue thing. So you have to lift it like that in order to insert it, and then you just kind of like push it in, and it'll click a little bit. And that's it. Once it clicks, then you're good. So the next step is you go up here. Now you can see this button, since you plugged it in to the wall and electricity, it's yellow. Well, it wants to be blue. Yellow means that it has power, but it's not on, so just click it, just like that. Let's turn it blue. So we come over here, and this one usually automatically, as soon as you turn that one on, this one will also turn on automatically. So you can see it's blinking blue. That's fine. That means it's loading. So that's it. That is all. So basically, at this point, you just wait, be patient. Okay. Once it's loaded, what you're going to see is a screen like this. So what you do, you go to username, and then you choose whatever your username is. Yeah, here. So I'm going to choose this one right here, which is what we're going to use right now. And I'm not going to show you the pin, but we just basically put the pin. All right, this should be the pin that you chose yourself when you made your thing. Okay, so that's it. And then all you got to do is go to prepare for multiport training, and that's the one that you want to use. If you've never used the console before, start with the exercises and enter to DaVinci. That will be very basic controls, etc. So start there. But otherwise, what we need to make sure that you can be on the console is complete these exercises right here. And they're not that many. They're pretty good. So you can do each one, and that's it, and go from there.
When finished using the simulator, the golden rule is leave everything the way you found it at the beginning. So essentially, you have to backtrack everything you did. But the basic 3 steps are: shut the console down by pressing the circular button on the right side of the armrest. That's the one that will be lit blue. That is, again, on the armrest where you are leaning your arms while you're working on the console. Pressing that will automatically shut down the console and the backpack as well. After that is done, the button will become yellow. That is a sign that it has shut down. After that, go behind the console and unplug that short blue cable that goes from the backpack to the console. But you're gonna unplug it from the console, and then you are going to replug the long blue cable that was originally plugged in, and that's the one that actually goes to the robot machine. Remember to cap put the little cap on the terminal of the short blue little cable. The cap is attached to the end of the cable. And then finally, if you plugged the backpack to the wall to like a far away awkward jack, just make sure you unplug it, roll it up nicely, and just leave it next to the backpack. And that's it. Regarding your results, all of that gets automatically stored under your account, so there's no need for you to do anything special to save it. Again, just to repeat it, leave everything the way you found it. And if you have any questions, you can call any of your senior residents or any of the proctoring faculty.